Hey, haven't been here in a little while. Sorry, I did some travel and I caught the cold. Still recovering from it, which is why my voice sounds this way. Um, Not particularly charismatic at the moment. Didn't want to make videos until I was fully healed. Had to make a short one for this. Sorry, folks, it was bad enough. It was bad enough. They had to pull me out of retirement just for one last hit job on President Biden. This video sponsored, of course, by Americans for President Trump. No, obviously not. It does not mean you are pro-Trump to point out the unviability of the current Democratic frontrunner for the presidency. Folks, two gigantic Biden gaffes happened back to back. It's actually insane. I mean, it's bad enough that I saw one and thought, oh, I'm gonna have to talk about that like tonight, aren't I? And then I saw the second one and I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to talk about that right now, aren't I? It's not good. I hope my voice sounds okay, like okay-ish, you know. Biden was hosting a NATO meeting in DC. Just listen.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
Yeah, he catches himself. Yeah, I'm sorry.
His determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
Yeah, he catches himself. Yeah. This isn't a stutter. This isn't like a little errant. I mean, I'm just going to play the second clip. He has the NATO meeting shortly afterwards. This was the big flub for that meeting. Shortly afterwards, he has the press conference, which is, of course, about the number one subject that you want a president to be discussing right before he runs, you know, in the election for his second term in office, whether or not he's too old to run for office. This one's even worse, folks.
President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she's not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one. The fact is...
Oh, didn't catch that one. At least not... Ooh, no quick turnabout on that. Guys, I'm really sorry. I can't... I want to do an eloquent 20-minute rant on this. My throat's just not up to it. I'm sorry. Too many glizzies. I can't do it. This is insane, and it's never been more Joever. I mean, we're like, these are catastrophic misspeaks, and they're happening like back to back to back. Now we know why for months, years now, Biden has done so little public speaking. I mean, compare how often he appears in front of cameras to talk and for how long he talks compared to Trump did in his presidency and Trump has during Biden's presidency. The Biden campaign knows that Biden is old. He misspeaks constantly. Whether or not he's senile up here, irrelevant. It's not about whether or not he can do, you know, the background job, you know, whatever the president does in their free time, signing bills, cultivating relationships with sex traffickers, whatever they like to do. He's not an appointed bureaucrat. He's not part of the administrative state. He's the president. And the job of the president, first and foremost, is to be popular. You're the head of state. You get elected to office. Can anyone tell me, if you've got like a relative who think like, oh, you're helping Trump by criticizing Biden, bro, the DNC is the one who put him there. They're the one who effectively like, oh yeah, he's going to be a one-term president. They signal, it doesn't happen. You've got half a dozen viable, energetic, young, popular, Democratic primary candidate potentials that you just blow over because the oldest man in history wants a second run at it. He's up there in Camp David getting advice from his wife and son rather than like talking to the Democratic governors. It's insane. It's genuinely insane. It is willful, malicious negligence on the part of the Democrats. It is genuinely psychotic. I can't believe, like, if you think it's like a Republican talking point that Biden is too old or doesn't have the sauce to be president, then you are cooked. Genuinely, you are the victim of a cult of personality, one that rivals Donald Trump's. You know, you look at the crazy Trumpers with their hats and their slogans and you think, oh, I'd never be like that. You're like that. You would have to be legitimately ill, sicker than I am at this exact moment, to not... did you forget how bad it is?
Is President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So
Congratulations to Vice President Trump for her transition. It's not a matter of whether or not he's senile. I think he is, but it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. You think the job of the president is the world's busiest socialite. You think they're doing any thinking up there? The thinking is done by strategists, advisors, cabinet members, people in the administrative state. The job of the president is not to think. The job of the president is to be a key strategic decision maker and a leader for the public. You know, to use the bully pulpit to direct the public appropriately, to be a representative of the state, okay? To be a socialite, to be socially competent. That's the job of the president. He can't do it. And it's obvious he can't do it, and everyone can see that he can't do it. Trump can see that he can't do it. Trump can do it better than he can. Trump might be a worse president policy-wise, but in the job of being out there and being charismatic and loud and social and energetic, obviously Trump is ahead of Biden. Biden has to step aside. It doesn't matter how late we are into this race. This Biden, the Biden that exists in reality, not like the fake dark Brandon, like, oh, he secretly has had a cold every minute of every public appearance of the past 2 years. The real Biden, I don't think he's going to beat Trump. Maybe he can. I can't see the future. I don't think he will. And then that's it. And it will. And if Trump wins on account of this, it will have been the Democrats' fault. 1,000 warning signs they ignored. They push ahead with their senile old candidate. And we're the ones who pay. Because what is it he said in that fucking interview? As long as he tried his best. You see that interview? I didn't cover it on stream because I've been sick and traveling. You see it? Oh, how would you feel if you lose to Trump anyway? That's how you catch a misspeak right there, real fast. You see that? That's skill. Got the mind of a 30-year-old up here. The body of a 28-year-old. Because I do my daily constitutionals. Anyway, you see that interview? As long as he tries his best. Okay. I mean, we get fucked over. He'll be dead in like 5 days after November 5th, whether or not he wins. Insane.